Okay, so we can't always have really good audio because sometimes it's extremely expensive, like this Blue Yeti over here. That's why we got things like this is from Fifine.
Alright, so today we're looking at the Fifine condenser microphone, model K669B, which was provided to me by Fifine Technologies. Now this won't affect my review in any way, all this will be my personal opinion about how this mic is. Inside the box, it's very well packaged, so you don't have to worry about this being damaged in shipping. So inside, we basically just get the microphone with a attached cord, the stand for it, that's about it, besides this thank you card and instructions. For those interested, these are the specs of the K669B, which apparently can get louder than a Blue Snowball, so I think it's pretty neat considering this is actually more affordable. So looking up close at this microphone, it is one fine microphone. Now this microphone is made mostly out of metal. Well, it feels like it's basically completely out of metal, and it feels very solid in the hand. I say mostly because of this plastic bit here, which is a little stand piece, which you can attach to the stand. It can swivel around in case you want to have it sitting diagonally from you. You can have it hanging from a boom arm, thanks to the standard 5/8 inch thread. Now you can also tighten it to adjust the angle, and it feels quite solid. I don't have to worry too much about it. The cable is not removable, but that's not so bad considering it's 30 bucks. The cable is thick and sturdy and comes in at 5.9 feet long, so you don't have to worry about distances too much, though it might be a little bit long for some. Now an important note for in case this thing breaks, you can actually twist this little bottom ring off to remove it, so that you can like remove it and change out in case this little mount breaks, or in case you want to put a specialized shock mount for it. Taking a look at the stand, it is completely, well, almost completely made of metal. It feels pretty sturdy. It is a basic tripod, and there's not much else I can say. You just screw it on the bottom and call it. So setting up the mic is pretty simple. All you need is your mic and your tripod. Just take the tripod, stick it in the little screwing thing, screw it in, and then set it up, put it down, and you're good to go. I'm gonna speed this up, and bada bing bada boom up, it's done. So this is how the mic looks like when it's fully set up. I don't have the cable plugged in, but it's going to run under the tripod regardless, and it doesn't look too bad. It's not the neatest thing in the world. It doesn't have anything to hide the cable, but I wouldn't expect that at this price, because even then, this looks fairly neat. Now this mic is very simple. It only has this one knob, which is a volume knob, not for headphones as there's no headphone monitoring. This is actually a gain knob to adjust the sensitivity of the mic, allowing you to pick up more noise if you turn it up, and it's advertised to be louder than a Blue Snowball, which at 80% volume on this device will be the same as the maxed out Blue Snowball. On here, to mute it, you turn it all the way down as there's no mute button, but at this level you'd expect there to be no sound coming in anyway. Now you may be waiting for the sound test part, but I've been sound testing this since after the intro of the video. I am currently recording on this thing right now, which if I get too close, it's not too good. Popping sounds are obvious if I talk too much with any of the P's. So you don't want to get too close to the mic, but at this distance, this isn't so bad. I'm at maybe like a 70% volume with this at this distance, which doesn't sound too bad. Anyhow, would I recommend this mic? Yes, it is a fantastic mic running at $30, which is a lot cheaper than a lot of microphones in its range. I think this is the most affordable bang for your buck kind of mic you can get right now, because the sound quality is surprisingly good considering what you get for what you pay for. So the main competitor to this microphone is probably the Blue Snowball Ice, which is the cheaper of the Blue Snowball series. Both of them don't have a little headphone jack, so that's, there's that. The difference I see with both of them is this one you can adjust the gain. The Blue Snowball Ice, not so much, just not the best adjustments you can have on it, or at all, honestly. And for this one being cheaper, this is just a better deal overall. Alright, I should probably list the differences between these, since everyone, if they're looking at the lower tier mics, they're going to be looking at these two, or these three if I include the regular Snowball. So the Fifine, what it has over both of them is it has a gain knob. The Blue Snowball Ice does not. The regular Blue Snowball doesn't necessarily have it. It does have different modes. It can switch from Cardioid mode to omnidirectional mode to its Cardioid mode that is 10 decibels quieter. It's designed in case you're in a very loud environment or you're recording something very loud to have less distortion. But other than that, it only has like essentially 2 volumes, I guess, if you think of it that way. What the Blue Snowballs do have that the Fifine doesn't have is a removable cable, which is mostly useful if you are one to damage your cables, or you have something that can damage your cables, such as pets that might chew on them. Other than that, I think the Fifine mic is probably a better choice simply because it can control its gain. Another thing is a lot of people want to go straight to the Blue Yeti, but the Blue Yeti is $100 or more sometimes, depending on where you get it, so I can't always recommend this. especially if you're just starting out and you're not sure if you're actually gonna pursue the career of like being a YouTuber or being a streamer or a gamer. And even then, if you're just a gamer and you want a microphone for communications, I don't think you are going to need a Blue Yeti because it's really expensive for what you need. The Blue Yetis have a lot more than you really are going to use. There's different modes outside of being a cardioid mic, because cardioid mics, which this is, records generally right in front of it, and it kind of doesn't really listen to what's behind it as much. The Blue Yeti can do various modes where it listens from all around it, from in front of it and behind it, in case you're doing like podcasts with another person. And generally speaking, you're not going to need that if you just want to use this for gaming or just for doing streaming. So this mic would be, just perfect if you're going to be starting out in streaming, if you're starting out doing any kind of voiceovers, even if you're just, doing some kind of YouTube stuff and you just need a simple mic. This is the guy. It's $30.
This has been technical. I hope this helps.